it went from there. Lots of other blues records then. So Buddy Guy Stone Crazy album. There's two things called Stone Crazy. One's a compilation, but there's one with 6 tracks. It was recorded in the late 70s in France, Stone Crazy. And my goodness, what an intense album. If you're not used to the sound, it might take you by surprise because it's very angular and almost like avant-garde in its, like, his playing is just all over the place in a hysterical, not funny hysterical, but hysterical fashion, and but check it out. And the dynamics on the album with the whole band, it's all live in the studio. So it's Buddy Guy Stone Crazy. That was a really, really big one for me. And so checking everybody like that out, though. Otis Rush was another guy. I had a compilation of Otis Rush. It was a bunch of 60s stuff. It was really great. Of course, at the same time, in the early 90s there was quite a good blues scene of newer artists. So I was hearing people like Robert Cray as well, and he had an album called Showdown with Albert Collins and Johnny Copeland, which is where I first heard the song Black Cat Bone, which I've done for 20 years now. And so that was the Showdown on Alligator Records. It really sounds kind of 80s sounding record at this point, but it's a great record. And of course Albert Collins, who was on that original video with Stevie and BB. And Albert was, he came out with the Iceman record all around that time, that's such a great record. And then sadly he passed away in 93, I think it was. Albert King died in 92, so I never got to see those guys. But Albert Collins live in 92 and 93, that was a huge record for me. I really recommend grabbing that. But my favorite, and again this is something I saw on the TV while I was in the US, and then eventually they released it, is Albert Collins live on Austin City Limits. You can get the DVD of it, but I just got it on vinyl, actually. The New West Records that work with Austin City Limits released a double vinyl of that performance. It's really, really great. So Albert Collins live on Austin City Limits. Other stuff around that. People like Jeff Healey actually was coming out at that time. I bought See the Light on cassette. That was the first record I went into a record store and bought myself with my own money. Jeff Healey, See the Light. And so that was really cool blues rock stuff that was happening for me at the same time as I was already listening to my dad's older recordings of things like that. And so you're getting like current and classic all at once. I think that was really important.